What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. We is back again with another video. Now, before we get this video started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys share this video. We are entering the last leg of the HBCU football season, man. The last week, and as sad as it is, as very sad as it is that the season is about to end, we are entering an exciting week of football, man. The West Division is closing in. Even the MEAC is in a three-way tie. So we are going to talk about that too. But first off, breaking news just happened, man. Coach Eric Dooley from Southern is out. He had just been fired from Southern. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Southern does at the end of this year. But let me tell you this, and I'm going to be 100% completely honest. Coach Hugh Jackson ain't far behind him. I know, listen, there been some people that's been patient, people that's been impatient, and I know what I said in that video a week ago, that people should be patient, and I still believe that. But I don't work in that front office in Grambling, so I can only say what I say and my true feelings about it. But listen, I still believe that they probably have Coach Hugh Jackson on the hot seat at this very moment. So we're going to see what happens with that. But I do believe that even with this firing, Texas Southern might be on the lookout pretty soon. We'll see what happens at Bethune-Cookman. I don't know, but I think Coach Hugh Jackson is not far behind him. But we're going to see what happens. But so let's dig into some football. Now, before we talk about the SWAC, give a shout-out to Benedict College for winning the SIAC championship 2 years in a row. Two undefeated regular seasons. After never having an undefeated season and after never winning a conference championship, not only do they win the conference championship, they go undefeated while doing it for the second year in a row. Shout out to them. And Virginia Union beats Fayetteville State in the CIAA championship game. And let me tell y'all something, man. Jada Byers, running back for Virginia Union, is the best running back in Division II. Argue with somebody else. But Jada Byers, matter of fact, he's not only the best running back in Division II, he's one of the top 10 players in Division II, period. Period. Listen, he got hurt a few games. He was out for a few games. And he still leads the conference in rushing yards. He's about to have over 1,000 yards because they are about to play a playoff game pretty soon. We're going to wait for that. But, yeah, Jada Byers is the best running back in Division II, and I don't think it's close. But now, let's get into some SWAC football, man. Now, before I even dig into the West Division between Alcorn State and Fairview A&M, and possibly Grambling too. Possibly Grambling. But I first want to speak about Texas Southern real fast. I want to give them credit for this. Now, I know they're 3-7. They did not have the year that I thought they had because, yes, I am on record saying that I did believe that Texas Southern will win the West Division. And even after them losing to Fairview A&M, I still had some bit of confidence that they could make some noise in the division. The injury bug got them. Andrew Body got hurt. Derek Morton got hurt. A.J. Bennett got hurt. Even before they even entered the meat and potatoes of their conference schedule. But even with those injuries, Texas Southern played everybody in the SWAC tough this year. Played everybody tough. Like I said before, we can go down the list. They lost to Fairview in overtime when they were up by 10 going into the fourth quarter. They lost to Fairview in overtime. They were down 21-17 against Grambling State going into the fourth quarter. Grambling State ends up pulling away. They beat Bethune-Cookman. They gave FAMU a run for their money in the first half. FAMU ends up pulling away in the second half, but Texas Southern does make it a game in the fourth quarter when they scored a touchdown to be down by 10 and then got the onside kick and recovered it and was about to drive down the field and score until they got a turnover. They end up losing that game by 10. They lost to Southern in overtime. Even behind Ladarius Owens rushing for over 250 yards, he went absolutely crazy. They lost to Jackson State by 2. They scored on their last drive of the game, and they missed out on a 2-point conversion, and they ended up losing by 2. And then, just this past Sunday, they gave Alcorn State their worst beatdown of the season. Nobody put up more points on Alcorn than Texas Southern did. Not even Southern Mississippi put up 44 points. They did put up 40, but not 44. And listen, Ladarius Owens, man, let me give credit to him. He's now the leading rusher in school history. He's the only running back in HBCU football, I think, in Division I HBCU football, to have over 1,000 yards. I think he's over 1,200 yards just rushing. I think he has 1,400 total yards. That's with receiving and kick return. He's just been an absolute monster. And from the Lincoln game, from their homecoming game to the Alcorn State game, so his last 6 games, he just went absolutely crazy. Had 130 yards on FAMU, 250 yards on Southern. Just this past weekend, had 211 yards on Alcorn. And then put up 100 yards on Jackson State. His last 6 games, he went absolutely bananas. And there should be no contest when it comes to this SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. Nobody else should get a vote. Nobody else should get a vote. Ladarius Owens has my pick for SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. And his teammate, Ja'Cory Williams. I think he should get Defensive SWAC Player of the Year on defense. He's on pace to have 100 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 10 sacks. He's on pace for it. He's been a monster all year long, and he's definitely my pick for SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. When it comes to SWAC Newcomer of the Year, I'm gonna give it to who the running back for Jackson State. I forget his name. I think Irv Mulligan. I think that's his name. Irv Mulligan, the running back for Jackson State. I'll give him SWAC Newcomer of the Year. I'll give him that. And then the quarterback for Valley State, the freshman, I'll probably give him Freshman of the Year, or SWAC Freshman of the Year. And then Coach Willie Simmons, he's my Coach of the Year. I really don't think it's the contest, man. Like, he's been, listen, FAMU has been really good all year. Shout out to Coach Willie. He's my Coach of the Year. But let's dig into the West Division. Now, Alcorn State, God damn, Alcorn. That was a beat down y'all took, man. I don't understand that. I don't understand how y'all was playing so well up until that point. I don't understand how y'all go up to Texas Southern and get beat down like that when defensively all year, y'all played so well all year. Y'all was giving up less than 20 points per game, and then y'all turn around and give up 44 points to a team without Andrew Body, a team without their top two receivers from a year ago. And then y'all just get beat down like that. It was absolutely bananas to watch. I couldn't believe it. I thought, listen, I had y'all winning coming into this game because I believe y'all needed it, because this game right here against Jackson State, going to Jackson State, that's not going to be no easy game at all. And I don't know, after what I saw y'all do, it's not going to be, it's going to be tough. I give y'all a 35% chance, maybe 40% chance. You know, hopefully that offense wakes up. But y'all do need this game. Y'all need this game in order to stay alive, because Fairview just only needs to win the game to be in. Now, Fairview A&M, they're not safe either. Even though they will be at home, they're going up against an Alabama State team that's been playing pretty well the last few weeks. They've been playing pretty well. I like where this team is headed. They just beat down Valley State, I think 20-3 this past Saturday. But they're 6-3 on the year. They're 5-2 in the conference. Let me see. They are actually on a 5-game winning streak. They're on a 5-game winning streak at this moment. And listen, they walked up in Jackson State's homecoming and beat them. They beat Alabama A&M in the Magic City Classic. They gave Grambling State's offense the worst beating they've gotten all year, outside of LSU, of course. So this Alabama State team is very well tested. Very well tested. So Fairview A&M, listen, man. This game's going to be tough. So I like this matchup. I don't know if I have Fairview winning this game, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I have Fairview A&M winning this game. But Fairview A&M, they do need to win this game to get some momentum, because, listen, you need to make it some type of you need to have some type of momentum going into the SWAC championship game if you want to go. Because, listen, even if both Fairview and Alcorn lose this game, yes, you will be going to the SWAC championship game, but you will have no momentum heading into the game. And you will be going into a FAMU stadium in which you got beat down already. FAMU defense had Carly seeing ghosts. He threw 3 interceptions. Thrown for less than 80 yards passing. Like, that was god awful, and I honestly don't want to see that match again. I don't. So if you do win this game, you will be playing in FAMU. So I hope y'all play a lot better, cause I didn't like what I saw from y'all. So we're gonna see what happens, but I don't know, man. I think I might have Alabama State winning this game. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I think I have Alabama State winning this game, and it's in Fairview. This is Fairview's last game of the season, but they did play well versus I think it was Bethune-Cookman that they played against last week, or Pine Bluff, One of those teams. Yeah, I think he was Pine Bluff that they beat last week. But yeah, man, I think I have Alabama State winning this game. I really do. And I didn't even give my prediction for Alcorn and Jackson State. Whoo! Oh man, I definitely have Jackson State winning this game, especially after what I saw out of y'all just this past Sunday, and then Jackson State coming off a bye week. Yeah, I have Jackson State winning this game. So I have Fairview A&M going. Now, hold on. Hold. Wait a minute. Grammar State. Let me check out their schedule because there was a lot. I think there's a lot that has to go their way. Now, I saw something that I think, because Alcorn does have two SWAC West Division losses. Fairview would have to lose. Alcorn State would have to lose. I think Southern would have to lose, I believe. And Grambling State would have to win. And I think Grambling State will be able to make this SWAC championship game. I don't know how that will happen. I would think that it will only be between Alcorn and Fairview because Grambling State already has 3 losses in the conference. So I don't know how that works out, but we're going to see what happens with that. But I do have Fairview A&M going into the SWAC championship, even with me having them lose to Alabama State. So it should be very interesting. Now let me get to the MEAC real quickly. Really quickly. I first want to talk about this North Carolina Central and Howard game. Oh my goodness. Central. That was bad, man. Darius Richards did not look good. Even with that long touchdown run that he had, he did not look good throwing the ball at all. Did not look good. He threw for less than 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the offense was not moving. And, as a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all saw it, but, Howard beat them the exact same way Central beat them last year. I think last year Central won 50-21. And then this past weekend, Howard won 50-20. And you know what was crazy? Howard made it an effort to put up 50 points. Because, even with they scored that last touchdown, they went for 2. Went for 2 even when they're up by 30 already. They're up by 30 and they go for a 2-point conversion. They celebrated that 2-point conversion more than they celebrated any touchdown in the game. So that was crazy. Quentin Williams went off. The running game went off. That entire offense went absolutely off. So shout out to Howard. Now Howard is in the driver's seat. Now it's a 3-way tie between Howard, Central, and Morgan State. Now, if Howard wins, then they're in, right? It don't matter if Central wins or not. But if Howard wins, then they'll go to the Celebration Bowl. And look, I'm pretty sure y'all know this already. But, so if Howard wins, they go to the Celebration Bowl. If Howard loses and Central wins, then Central goes to the Celebration Bowl. Now, if some crazy fantasy world that Howard loses and Central loses to a Delaware State team that is 1-8 at home, if that were to happen, then Morgan State would go to the Celebration Bowl. Now, Central. I'm not even going to talk about what would happen if y'all lose because I don't see y'all losing that game. As a matter of fact, I see y'all winning by 30. I see y'all winning by 30, maybe even 40, because I would think that y'all would want to set an example or y'all would want to make a statement. Because check this out. Even if Howard wins, there's still a compilation prize for Central at the end of the regular season. And that is an at-large playoff berth in the FCS playoffs. Y'all do have a chance to do something even if it's not in the Celebration Bowl. So your season will not end here. So just keep that in mind. Even if Howard does win this game. Now, this game is not going to be easy for Howard. Yes, Howard is going to be at home, but this Morgan State team, this team right here is tough. This team right here is absolutely tough. Now, they do use about 2 to 3 different quarterbacks. I think they use like 4 different quarterbacks this year, and I think their leading quarterback has 500 yards with 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. And that's not a recipe for success when it comes offensively. But defensively, they play so well. Listen, this team is built on running the ball with J.J. Davis and playing defense, starting with Eric Hunter and Elijah Williams. I think, matter of fact, I have both of those 2 guys as my top candidate for MEAC Defensive Player of the Year. I am gonna add Jaden Flaker as well, the linebacker for North Carolina Central. So those are my top 3 picks for MEAC Defensive Player of the Year. I have Jaden Flaker. Jaden Flecker, Elijah Williams, and Eric Hunter. I'm sorry. So, but I think when it comes to the Offensive Player of the Year in the MEAC, I think it's Davis Richard by a landslide. Over 2,000 yards of total offense with 29 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Yeah, come on. That's a landslide. Now, I know Quentin Williams leads the conference in passing yards, but Darius Richard, he's just a man-child. Man-child. So, this is going to be a close matchup, a close battle. Dog, because that Howard and Morgan State game is going to be tough. That game is going to be absolutely tough for Howard, but we're going to see what happens, man. I'm excited, man. I'm absolutely excited. I can't wait for it. We're going to see, listen, that SWAC matchup with Alcorn State and Jackson State, and then Alabama State and Purdue A&M, it's going to be exciting to see. I can't wait, man. I absolutely can't wait. But, I can't wait for this coming Saturday, dog. It's going to be absolutely amazing, man. Last regular season of the week. So, last week of the regular season, I meant to say that. That was horribly spoken. But check y'all out, man. We're going to holler at y'all, man. And some more games will be out this week. I will have the CIAA championship game. I will have the last 2 MEAC games. And there's an Alabama A&M game that I'm missing. Alabama A&M and Bethune-Cookman. I'll have that game out as well. So, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for the support. We out.